channel. You guys of course know here we get it through different countries you want to travel to. So we process 27 Schengen countries, we process outside Europe countries. We have different categories. I don't know if you can get that screen a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to be stretching. Okay. So mostly when you come in here, all you need to do, you follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa package, get to understand which of them you're interested in. I'm not just only streaming on a one stream here now. I think I'm on, you know, on two stream. That's why you could see me stretching. So let me just quickly do some adding up. So when you come in here, mostly we always recommend you go through our page, get to see different visa package we have open and ongoing, get to understand how it works, check our channel. If you're interested in any of them, send us a DM. All right, so we have different categories. You can see that I'm not streaming on one, I'm actually also on the other, live stream here and also on this one. That's right. So that's it. So we process work permit visas, we process study visas, we process family relocation, we process conference visas, we process permanent relocation visas. Sorry, let me increase my volume. I think this one, the volume is really not too high. Give me a second. Okay, it's high now. All right, so we are good, but a little bit, man, it's not easy when you're streaming on two streams. That's fine. Just give me some second. Let me just do this one balance set. Okay, we are perfect. So mostly we always say when you come in, follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa package. You can get the screen. All right, you have to manage because I'm on two stream, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'll try. Yeah, so we process work permit visas, we process family relocation, we process conference, we process permanent relocation as well. We process sorry, dependent visa. Those of you interested in coming here as independent, of course we do that, of course. Then also process work permit, we process PRO. Yeah, it's called permanent relocation. We also process TRC. So it depends on which of the rights you're coming in. Mostly we always say when you come in, check our page. Either you follow here, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, or you follow us on our YouTube channel. If you're interested in any of them, send us a DM on any of which. Like those of you coming from this area, you can send us a DM on Instagram. All right, just check our drop out. You're going to see that. So let's move on. I'm trying to do some adding up. That's why I say I'm concentrated on this other platform. So for the work permit, we have two categories of work permit. We have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. Skill jobs are those that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skilled workers, all right? While the unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification, talking about the construction workers, the factory workers, the laborers, the food service attendants. Sorry. Things, securities, these are all unskilled. They're actually known to be open jobs. I don't know if this thing, okay, no wonder, now I see. Oh, okay. My connection, sorry. Where's my connection board? Oh. So that's it. So if you're interested in which, send us a DM, we'll send our requirements, we'll send our cost. All right, so we have different categories. We have the work permit, we have the conference, we have the study, we have the permanent relocation, and each of them has all of that you're going to benefit from it. So I'm just trying to do some more adding up on this one. All right, so like I mentioned, for the work permit, we have two categories of work permit. We have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. Can you get a view from there? All right, we have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. Skill jobs are those that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skilled workers. Unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification, talking about the construction workers, retail sales persons, food service attendants. These are unskilled. All right, yeah, so that's how it works. Then we also have the study visa. Depending on those of you interested in coming using study visas, we have different categories of studies. We have, I think, about 4 categories. We have the BSc program. Sorry, I'm streaming on 2 streams, so most of the time you see my eye going this way and this way. All right, so just know I'm on 2 live. So for the, we have the master's program. We have the vocational study. Then we also have what's it called, the language course. Those of you interested in coming and using the language course, we have that open and available as well. So it depends on which of them you're going for. I'm doing some adding up that's I'm close to the system. So we also have a dependent visa, meaning that if you are traveling with your spouse, that's very cool anyways. Yeah, but can be stressful alongside depending on which of the country you're going for. And we also have the permanent relocation, that's the 5 years relocation, and also we have the 2 years as a TRC. So it depends on which of them you actually taking. All right. Keep your live engaging. Turn your camera off and on, showing static images or being away for long. Okay, so that's it. I'm just doing some adding up. So like I mentioned, we have different categories. We have the work permit, we have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. So depending on which of them you're going for. And the good thing about our packages is that it's flexible, it's stable. You have nothing to be concerned about. I'm just trying to do some adding up. Those that are coming newly, you're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa package, get to understand which of them you are going for. Then if you're interested in them, send us a DM. We'll send our requirements and our cost. All right, I'm actually doing some adding up. That's one kind of close to the system. So like I mentioned, we have different categories. Most of the time I always say when you come in, just check on our page, get to see different categories we have open and ongoing. We have the work permit, we have the conference, we have the PRO, we have the permanent relocation, we have the study visa as well, we have the TRC. Those of you that are interested in coming using TRC, we have TRC as well ongoing. All right, yeah. Then our work permit, we have two categories of work permit. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. Skilled jobs are those that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skilled workers. Unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification. Talking about the construction workers, factory workers, food service attendants, retail salesperson, drivers, name them. Those are all unskilled. Security is also unskilled jobs. So if you're interested in going in for the unskilled, you don't need to provide any certificate. But if you want to come in using the skill, then you should be a graduate and having your qualification ready. Either you're a doctor, you're a nurse, I'm close to the system because I'm doing some adding up anyways. So that's how it works. So we are going to talk about relocation visa for Lithuania. Those of you that are interested in going in for small countries, you can always go in for Lithuania. They're very good. They pay you very well. They are stable and all of that anyways. And they're very flexible, If you're looking at a very cheap, intentional country you want to go for, you can always go in for this package. Families allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways. You can extend your visa stay. So you have nothing to be concerned about if you're going in for this. All right. And also remember, processing takes us at least 6 weeks because 15 working days from embassy, then 2 weeks from our end. So let's move on. My hand hurts because I'm doing streaming on 2 platforms. Then we also have relocation visa available for UK. If you're interested in going into UK, you want to migrate to a very good intentional country, you can go in for this. They are cool, they are welcoming, they are not that bad anyways, and they're quite expensive country, just know that part. Yeah, but if you're looking at a very intentional country, you can always go in for this. Families allowed to travel with you. You can extend your visa stay, and the good thing about UK is that they pay very well, but just that mostly they depend on tax. So if you're not familiar with the country that depend on tax, then you can choose other choices, but they are very intentional. All right, so that's the reason why a lot of people always migrate to this country. So let's move on. Then we also have relocation visa available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional country, you can always go in for Portugal. Portugal is also very cool. They are welcoming, they are not racist, and all of those. Families also allowed to migrate to you. You can navigate your ways. You can extend your visa stay. So if you're looking at a very intentional country you want to go for, you can always go in for Portugal. All right, they are stable and all of that. I'm trying to do some adding up because I'm streaming on 2 platforms, man. It can be so very stressful anyways. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, they are crazy. Okay, anyways, I'm trying to do something. All right, so let's move on. So if you're going in for a very intentional country, then you can go in for Portugal. Portugal is also very intentional. They are cool, they are work. Go check our page, get to see different visa package we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. So let me just do some adding up. Yeah. So then we also have what's it called, the conference visas. Those of you that don't want to come in using the work permit, you can come in using the conference visa. It's also a very good intentional visas. Yeah, families are allowed to travel with you on this. You can extend your stay, you can navigate your ways. So if you're interested in coming in using conference, we have it open. Then we also have the work permit, we have those study visas, we have the family relocation, we have the PR. If you're interested in coming here using PR as well, we have the PR visa ongoing available. And also we have the temporary relocation visa. Those of you that want to migrate using the TRC, we have it open and ongoing. Then also we have the study visa. If you want to come in using the study, we have I think about 4 categories of study. We have the BSc program, we have the master's program, we also have the other program also on study. If you're interested in coming in using study visas, we have it available. And also we have the business visa. You don't want to come in using another category, you just want to use the business visa, we have it open and ongoing as well. Families allowed to migrate with you, you can navigate your ways, so you have nothing to be concerned about, and they're very intentional. All right, yeah, so we also have that. And also we have the family PRO, which you can always see on my screen here. All right, I'm doing some adding up, that's why. So those are coming newly, you're welcome. When you come in, you follow here, like, go through our page, get to see different visa package, get to understand which of the categories you have open and ongoing. If you're interested in of them, send us a DM. All right, either you follow here or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page. All right, so let me just do some adding up. Then for the work permit, we split into 2 ways. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. Skilled jobs are those that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech chef. These are skilled workers. Unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification. Talking about the construction workers, factory workers, nannies, food service attendants, retail sales person. These are all unskilled. Talking about the what's it called, truck drivers, those are all on skills. Securities also follow the unskilled jobs, so it depends on what you want or which of the categories you're going for. And the good thing about our processing is that it's fast, it's easy, it's flexible, and all of that. I'm trying to do some adding up, that's why you see I'm very close to the system. So it depends on which of the categories you are going for anyways. And the good thing about it is that you are allowed to make more choices which of them you're going. Either you're using the work permit, or you want to use the TRC, or you want to use the PRO, or you want to use the family relocation, or you want to use the study dependent visa or conference visa, any of which anyways. I'm just doing some adding up, that's why you see I'm kind of close to the system. So mostly we always say you check our page, get to understand which of the visa package you're interested in, any of which you send us a DM. Either you follow here, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. Anyways, I'm doing some adding up, that's I'm close to the system. Then we also process work permit, we process family relocation visas, we process conference visas, process PR, permanent relocation, of course. We also process dependent visas. Those of you that are interested in coming using the dependent, we have it open and ongoing. We also process what's it called, a relocation visa as well. Then we also process business visas. Remember, business visa is only applicable to those of you that are entrepreneur, or you're into business, either petty business or small business, whichever which. Then you can come using the business visas. All right, if you're not a business person, then you can choose other choices. So that's how it works anyways. So I'm just so we have different categories, any of which you're interested in. You can just send us a DM, we'll send you our requirements, and also we send you our cost. All right, so that's how it works. depending on which of them you are going for. Then we also have what is it called, two categories of the work permit, which is the skill jobs and also the unskilled. Skill jobs are those that are doctors, nurses. Is a really So if you're looking at such country, we have it going and ongoing. And also Australia is a very good intentional country that has an English speaking need. So that's the reason why a lot of boys migrate to Australia. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's available as well. Alright, so let's move on. Then we also have relocation visa available for Switzerland. If you're interested in going into a very good country as well, you can go in for Switzerland. They're very intentional, they are stable, they are welcoming and all of that, and families allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your visa stay. So if you're looking at a very good country, you want to go for Swiss is very good, but remember they're quite expensive country in general. I know we always tell you most of these countries can be so very expensive, but they pays you very well as well. So let's move on. Then we also have relocation visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in migrating to a very good intentional country as well, you can go in for Canada. Canada is very cool. But remember, they are English speaking country and they are not part of the Schengen country, but they're very good. They are stable, they are welcoming, they are not racist, they are accommodating, they pay very well. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your visa stay. So if you're looking at such country, you can always go in for Canada. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have relocation visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in migrating to a very good country as well. Netherlands is very intentional. They are quite accommodating. They are not racist. They are welcoming and they pay very well also. I remember they are quite expensive country. Always know that part. Most of the time when you're migrating to such country, but they are stable and they are cool. So if you're looking at such country, we have it open and ongoing. Then we also have relocation visa available for Malta. If you're interested in going in for a very small country, you don't want to do much, just going for Malta. Malta is also very good. One of the small, cheap countries a lot of you migrate to because they are English speaking country. And remember, they are small countries, so you should not be expecting a whole lump sum of salary. It means they pay, but not so very high compared to bigger country. All right. So if you're looking at such, we have it open and available. Then we also have a relocation visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested in a very big country that is not Europe country, you can go in for New Zealand. They're very stable, they're accommodating, they're welcoming, they're not racist and all of that. So families are allowed to travel with you on this. You can extend your stay, you can navigate your ways. So if you're looking at such country, you can always go in for New Zealand. Then we also have relocation visa available for Belgium. If you're interested in a bigger country that looks just like Germany, you don't want to do much but you want something extra, then you can always go in for Belgium. Belgium is very good. Besides, they pay very well, they're accommodating and all of those. And they're generally known to be expensive country. Also, they are not English speaking country, they are German. So most of you that always ask me if they're English speaking, no, they're German, but they're very good, they are stable and they pay you very well as well. Those are coming newly, you're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM, we'll send our requirement and our cost. Then we also have a relocation visa available for Ireland. Sorry, let me check this country. It's Finland, yeah. If you're interested in going into a very big country as well, you can go for Finn, but they're quite expensive. But generally known to be a very good paying country. So if you're looking at such one, you can always go in for Finn. Finn is very good. They are stable, they are welcoming, and they are not racist as well. They are accommodating. Then we also have relocation visa available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in a very big country, you don't want to do much, you want a factory job, then you can go for Poland. Poland is one of those countries that accommodate factory jobs and all of those. Family is also allowed to navigate with you as well. And remember, they are not English speaking country, they are meant to be Portuguese. If you're interested in that, we have it. Small good country, just going for Spain. Spain is very good, they pay very well, they are stable and all of that. Family is also allowed to navigate with you. You can extend your visa stay, they're accommodating. So if you're looking at such good small country you want to go for, then you can go in for Spain. All right, they are welcoming, And remember, they are not English speaking country, they are meant to be Spanish speaking, but they're very intentional country. A country that you have a lot of family always migrate to every season. So if you're looking at such country, we have it open and it's ongoing. Then we also have accommodating one as well. If you're looking at a very small environment, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small country you could migrate to. Either you're traveling for the first time, then you can always go for that. So let's move on. Then we also have relocation visa available for Norway. Those of you interested in going into Norway, you don't want a small country, you want an average country, then you can go for Norway. Norway is very good. They are stable, they are welcoming, they are not racist, they are accommodating, and all of those. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways. So if you're looking at such good country, Norway is very good. And also they pay you very well. Yeah. Then we also have relocation visa available for Denmark. So if you're interested in a bigger country, you can always go for Denmark. Denmark is very good. One of the stable, good, intentional country that has a lot you can benefit from. Family is also allowed to travel with you, and they're quite expensive in general. So if you're looking at such good country, you can always go for Denmark. Denmark is very cool, so you have nothing to be worried about. Then we also have relocation visa available for Italy. So if you're interested in going for Italy, one of the intentional country as well, Italy is also very okay. They are stable, they are welcoming, and all of that. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your stay. So if you're looking at a very good country, you can always go in for Italy. Alright, they are a small country, but with a lot you can always benefit from. Then we also have relocation visa available for Estonia. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Estonia. They're very good. One of the smaller country that pays very well. We have a lot of immigrants always going for this every season. So if you're looking at a very cheap environment, you can go in for Estonia. Remember, they are generally known to be, should I say, very affordable country, and they're not English speaking country. And also their salary package can never be compared to bigger countries, but they are very good. So if you're looking at such country you would want to migrate to, then you can go in for Estonia. Let's move on. Then we also have here relocation visa available for Ireland. If you want an English speaking country, you don't want to do much, you want a country that allows English speaking, then you can go in for Ireland. They are stable, they're intentional, and all of that. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your visa stay. So if you're looking at such country, then Ireland is one of them. You have a lot you can benefit, and also they are quite expensive country. And you have a lot you can benefit because they're very good in issuing PR. Those of you that always migrate to a country because you want to get in their residence, then you can always go in for Ireland for that. Alright, so that's the reason why we always have them open. Then we also have relocation visa available for France. If you're interested in a small country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small environment, just going for France. But remember, they are not English speaking country, they are French speaking. But the good thing about it is that they're very fast in issuing permanent residence. So if you're looking at such country you want to go for, then France is very good. And they're accommodating, they're stable, they're not racist, they're welcoming. So that's the reason. So let's move on. Then we also have relocation visa available for Germany. If you're interested in a bigger country, you don't want small country, you want to do more, then you can always go in for Germany. Germany is very good, quite an expensive country in general, but you have a lot you can achieve from them. Family is also allowed to travel too. You can navigate your way, so you have nothing to be concerned about, and they pay you very well as well. So they're still to the system. I noticed something. But I think that's the biggest interest. Then we also have a business visa available for France. If you're interested in a very good intentional country, you can always go in for this. Family is allowed to travel with you as well. You can extend your stay, you can navigate your ways. So if you're looking at a country that you want to go in for, then you can always go in for France, alright? So you have a lot you can benefit from it. I'm doing some adding up, that's why I'm close to the system. So let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for Finland. So if you're interested in going into Fin, one of the good intentional country as well you want to go for, you can always go in for Fin. Fin is very good. Family is also allowed to migrate with you. You can extend your stay, you can navigate your ways. So if you're looking at such intentional country, then you can always go in for Fin. Fin is very intentional. So you have nothing to worry about. You have a lot you can always benefit from them, alright? So that's just it. Let's move on. Trying to do some adding up anyways. So let's move on. Alright. Then we also have your business visa available for Switzerland. Those of you interested in a bigger country, you can always go in for Switzerland. Switzerland is very good. One of the intentional country a lot of people always migrate to every season. If you're looking at such good country, you can always go for Swiss. Swiss is very good. We have a lot of people that benefit from them, and families also allowed to navigate with you. You can extend your stay. You have all of that to benefit from it. All right. So if you're looking at such country, then you can always go in for this package. So you have nothing to be concerned about. Okay. So let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for Italy. So if you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small intentional country, then you can go in for Italy. Italy is very good. Remember, they are quite very cheap country. Most people always migrate to, but they're not English speaking country. A lot of you ask me if they are English speaking. No, they are not. But they're very intentional. Family is also allowed to navigate with you. You can extend your stay and all of that. So if you're looking at a very intentional small country you want to go in for, then that's Italy for you. Alright, so you have nothing to be concerned about. Then we also have a business visa available for Ireland. Those of you that are interested in going to an English speaking country, you want to do much, you can always go in for Ireland. Ireland is very good. One of the English speaking country, a lot of people always migrate to every season. They pay you very well. They are stable and all of that benefit added to them. So if you're looking at such intentional one, then you can always go in for Ireland. So you have nothing to be concerned about, and they pay you very well. Remember, they are quite expensive countries in general. Then we also have a business visa available for Norway. Those of you interested in an app, you can always go in for Norway. Norway is very good. One of the average country most people always migrate to every season and all of that. They are stable, they are accommodating, they are not racist, and they pay very well as well. So if you're looking at such country, then you can always go for Norway. Alright. So let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for Sweden. Interested in Spain, interested in a small Spain, interested in a small country, you don't want to do much. Just want a very small intentional country. Then you can always go in for Spain. Spain is very good. They are stable, they are welcoming and all of that. So you have nothing to be concerned about. So if you're looking at such intentional country you want to go for, then you can always go in for Spain. Alright. So let's move on. Then we also have business visa available for Netherlands. Those of you interested in migrating to a very intentional one as well. You want a bigger country, you don't want a small country, then you can always go in for Netherlands. They're quite very big, but they pay you very well, and they're expensive country. Always know that part. Those of you that are not familiar with most of these bigger countries, the good thing is that they pay more, but they can be expensive in general. But a smaller country paid less, and their standard of living can be what? Very cheap. So that's the difference between the bigger country and the smaller country. If you're used to a very big environment and a higher paid job, then go for the bigger country. Then if you're used to a lesser environment, a cheap environment is not bad. Some people are familiar with that. Then you can go in for small countries, alright? So that's how it works. Let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in an English country only. You are not familiar with a country that does not relate in English, means you can't cope going for Canada or going for UK or going for Australia or going for New Zealand. These are English well spoken country. But if you want other choices, not minding the language barrier, then you can choose other choice. Like I always say, for the small countries or cheap countries, the way you guys always place it, it's not that they're that bad, just that they are very affordable. Some of you are really not good in spending much. Then you can go in for Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta. These are cheap countries, they are not expensive. But if you want a bigger country and they're expensive in terms of standard of living and all of that, then you can go in for Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Ireland. There are a lot of them. Finland. These are bigger countries, all right? I'm talking of the ones we have, Remember, in general, we have about 44 countries in Europe, but which we only process visas to just 16 of them. Then outside Europe country, we process to 5 countries. So choose which of them. The difference between the Europe country and non-Europe country is that the Europe country allows you to use their visa and travel to all the 44 countries they have in the Schengen zone or the Schengen board or the EU board. Good. Non-Europe country, you are stuck in a particular country until otherwise you apply for other country visa. Mostly when you come to my channel, it's not just we taking up your package and we process your visa. We actually let you understand the advantage of migrating to a particular country. Some of you don't know, you just want to fly. It's not by flying, it's not by traveling, it's by understanding the nature of the country you are going for, if it's what you want or if it's actually where your future or your career lies. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for Belgium. Remember I mentioned that if you're going using our business package, you should be an entrepreneur person. I see no reason why you should apply using a business visa. Do you understand? Because we always request for your business certificates. That is if you pay tax in your country. We always need those certificates to upload for embassy to verify yes, actually they recognize. Do you understand? If you're not a business person, then you can always choose. We have different routes, either you're going using the work permit or the study visa. So anyway, this for Belgium. If you're interested in going into a very intentional country but they're not English speaking, they actually share a border between them and Germany. Then we also have a business visa available for Malta. Those of you that are interested in going into a smaller country, you're not used to bigger country, then you can go in for Malta. They are very cheap. And also they are English speaking country. So you have two things to benefit. One, they are very affordable. Two, they are English speaking country. But if you want a higher pay job, like I mentioned, then you can go in for other choices. But if you want a smaller pay job, you are okay with that, then going for Malta. Do you understand? Let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for Estonia. Also, this is a very cheap environment. Those of you that like a very cheap, small country, it's not that bad, I keep saying, anyways. Depending on what your fingers can cope with. Some of you are not used to when a country is expensive, and some of you are used to when a country is cheap. Anyways, so if you're interested in going for Estonia, they're very good. You have a lot of benefits. One, they are quite affordable in nature. Secondly, they are quite closer to Finland. In fact, there's share border between them and Finland. So what it means is that if you migrate to Estonia, you are able to get in your residence. You can actually navigate. Is it navigate I'll use? Or you can find your way from Estonia to Finland without stress, without visa, with ease. Do you understand? So most of the time when you check your map and the country you're traveling to, if it's closer to any of the nearby country, then you're good to go. Let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for UK. If you're interested in going into an English country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very intentional English speaking country, then you can always go in for UK. UK is very good. Besides, they are very good in paying you very well, but remember they are also very expensive because they pay a lot of tax. So if you're not comfortable with a country that pays so much tax, then you can choose other choices. But if you're okay with a country that pays tax no matter what, then that's UK, your choice. And remember that English speaking country, so that's the reason why a lot of boys migrate to UK every season. Alright, those are coming newly welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, or you follow us on a verified YouTube channel, or you send us a DM. We'll send our requirement and our cost. Then we also have a business visa available for Poland. If you're interested in going into a very good country that has so many, or should I say a lot of factory jobs, that's Poland for you. You have so many options of factory jobs, and also you have so many options of open unskilled jobs that does not require your certificate. Certificate means you do not require if you're a graduate or a non-graduate, if you're a first-time degree holder, or you're just leaving the school, or you're just entering the school. Means it's open for everybody. So anyways, that's Poland for you. They are versatile and they are business country, or should I say business oriented country. So you have a lot of factory ongoing there. So that's the reason why a lot of people always migrate to Poland, because look, should I say, I call them similar to Portugal. They're just same busy country. Then we also have, remember they're no English speaking country here, in case you ask. They are Portuguese. Then we also have here businesses available for Germany. If you're interested in migrating to a very stable, good paying country, that's Germany. I call them German because that's their language anyways, all right? But they're very good. And also they allow you to do multiple jobs. Most of the time when you migrate to a country, once you should be checking out, are they flexible? Are they tight hand? Are they tough? Can I crack them in? Will I be able to cope? Can I relax? It matters. So anyway, Germany is one of those flexible countries that allows you to do multiple jobs. You're allowed to multitask, you're allowed to do your thing, and also when you get in their resident, you are very sure of other country are binding to them, because they are known to be one of the strongest, or should I say oldest, when it comes to papers, documents. You understand? Those of you that know what I'm talking about. Then we also have a business visa available for Portugal. If you're interested in a busy country, you're not used to all these countries with lesser, privilege. You want a bigger country, a higher pay job, accommodating, they are welcoming and all of that. Family is allowed to travel with you and they pay very well. Remember, they are not English speaking country, they are Portuguese. But anyways, they do not discriminate, means they are not racist. I mean, if you're black or you're African, you have my color or whichever, they are good to go. Do you understand? Then we also have a business available for Lithuania. Those of you that like small. So anyways, if you're okay with such country, don't worry about my voice. It's the winter season, so we are all passing through it. So you can always go in for Australia, all right? They pay well, like I mentioned, and they're English-speaking country, so English is widely spoken there. So you have nothing to worry about the language barrier or whatever culture. So they're very good country, all right? Let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you want to do extra, you want a very good intentional country and all of that, just going for New Zealand. They operate just like Australia. They're one of those countries have a lot of immigrants migrate to every season and all of that. So you're looking at such intentional, good paying country, just going for New Zealand. Remember, they are not part of Schengen country, and I keep telling you the difference between a Euro country and non-Euro country, right? Then we also have a 2026 seasonal work visa available for Denmark. Those of you that are interested in going in for Denmark, you don't want any other choices, you want an extra good country, just going for Denmark. Denmark is very good. One of those intentional country with a lot of benefit. Families allowed to travel with you on this. You can extend your stay, you can navigate your way. So if you're looking at such good country, just go for Denmark. But remember, they're quite expensive. We keep telling you most of these bigger countries, they cost a lot. They're quite expensive in nature, but they pay very well. So if you're looking at such good country, you can always go for them. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Norway. Those of you that are interested in an average country, just go for Norway. Norway is also very good. One of the average country. A lot of people always migrate to Europe, and they're very intentional. They pay you very well. They are stable. They are not racist. They are accommodating. So if you're looking at such good country, just going for Norway. Norway is very good. Then we also have here 2026 seasonal work visa available for Ireland. Ireland is an English-speaking country. If you're interested in such intentional English-speaking country you want to travel to, either you're traveling for the first time or you're traveling your family, just going for Ireland. Ireland is very good. They are stable, they are welcoming, they are not racist, they are accommodating. And remember, they are quite expensive despite. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for France. If you're looking at a small, cheap country, you are not used to all these bigger countries. In fact, you are used to cheap environment. You're just going for France and have your peace. The only challenge you should be encountering is that they are not English speaking country. I keep saying that they are French speaking, but does not mean they are racist. They are stable. What it means is that they are not what racist. Um, and also they what you guys reason why most people migrate to Estonia because they are closer to Finland, so that alone is a lot of reason why people always migrate to Estonia. So let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Canada. Those of you that prefer English speaking country, you don't want any other choices. You're used to an English speaking country, then you can always go in for Canada. They're one of those countries that you always benefit from. You have a lot to benefit in Canada. Either you have a good job which pays well and they're English speaking and all of that, but most of the time studying in Canada can be extra expensive. So we always say if you don't have enough patience or enough fun, I see no reason you should be going there for study. But they're very intentional. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Switzerland. Those of you that are interested in going into a very big country, Switzerland is very, very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, they are not racist, and all of those. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your visa stay. So if you're looking at such extra higher pay job, that's where you should go in for Switzerland. But if you want a smaller choice, then you can go in for Italy, France, Spain, Malta. These are cheap countries. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Poland. Those of you that love factory jobs, it's not a bad thing. You want to work in a company, you want to work in a factory, you want a manufacturing job. Most of the time people migrate to such country because of the factory jobs. You want to understudy them and learn more. It's not about working in factory jobs. A lot of people migrate to work in factory job because they want to learn how to do those stuffs. So you can always use the opportunity, and Poland is one of those choices that you have a lot of factory jobs open and ongoing. If you're interested in such one, you can always go for this. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Italy. If you are looking at a very small country, you don't want bigger countries, then you can go in for Italy. Italy is very good. You have a lot you can always achieve from it. Family is allowed to travel to, you can navigate your way. So if you're looking at such good small country, then you can always go in for Italy. They're very cheap. But remember, they are not English speaking country, they're Italian. So if you're okay with such good small environment, then you can go for that. And remember, I told you guys most of these small countries don't pay very well, but they're stable. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are looking at a bigger country, you're not used to small country, you can just go in for Netherlands. Netherlands is very good. They're intentional, they're welcoming, they're not racist, they're accommodating, and all of that. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways. And remember, they are not English country, but 80%. What it means is that you have people that understand English, so 80% can communicate in English. Most of the time, migrating to a country that is not English country means that you might necessarily not see everybody understanding what you are saying. So if 80% can communicate in English, that means it's safe, means it's a good country. You is not to be Dutch, but you have at least 80% that can really understand you. So that means you're not lost completely when you migrate to such country. That's what we always tell you. 80% or 70% or 20%, depending on the country, anyways. So Netherlands is one of those family-oriented country. Most people migrate to settle down, and they benefit from it because the country is known to be welcoming more. Then we also have here 2026 seasonal work visa available for Spain. Those of you that are used to a very small country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very cheap environment, just going for Spain. Spain is very good. One of those small intentional country, and they're Spanish speaking, they're not English speaking, but they're very cheap. What it means is that generally their standard of living is not expensive. Those of you that always ask me, what do you mean by when a country is cheap? That's what it means. But they're a very intentional country. They are welcoming, they are not racist, they are accommodating. So if you're interested in such, we have them. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Finland. Those of you that prefer bigger countries, then just going for Finland. They are very good. Well intentional country, they pay you very well. They are stable, they are not bad, and all of that. Besides, Finland is one of those good countries that you have a lot to benefit. And remember, they're extra expensive. That's why I always tell you that if you want a cheap environment or cheap country, just going for smaller ones. If you want a very big country, then going for Germany, Belgium, Italy, Spain, and all. Sorry, Italy. I'm mixing them anyways. Let me just list them. For small, cheap environment country, just going for France. What's it called? Malta, Spain, Italy, Lithuania, Estonia. These are small countries, all right. But for bigger countries, going for Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, you know, Finland, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. Also going for, we have a lot of them. I'm just calling the ones my men can remember. Then you're going for Sweden, Switzerland, Denmark, Norway. Yeah, these are bigger countries. All right. The difference between the two is that the bigger country pays you more, and the smaller country pays you less. While the smaller country standard of living can be very cheap, and the bigger country standard of living can be very high. That's just the difference. Most of the time, people keep asking me that. What's the difference? Then we also have here 2026 seasonal visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that prefer bigger countries, but you do not want anything to do with the Schengen country, just going for New Zealand. They are not part of the Schengen. It means they are not Europe country. Do you understand what it means? Good. So if you're interested in such, you can go in for this. And New Zealand operate just like Australia. Yeah, they pay you well, but generally they are quite expensive country in nature, and they're English speaking. So let's write on. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Lithuania. Those of you that prefer small environment, Lithuania is also very good. They are stable, they are welcoming, they're not that bad. They are accommodating. Families allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way. So if you're looking at such good small country, just go for Lithuania. And I keep telling you, Lithuania has a lot to benefit because they are very fast in issuing 2 years TRC, and also they are closer to Sweden, and also they are very closer to Poland. Check your Google map. I don't cap. I'll just refer you to Google map. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for UK. Please, those that are coming newly, I will repeat myself. When you come in here, either you're joining us from here or from any of the platforms you see me on live stream, because I'm streaming too. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, or you follow us on a verified YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. DM means message. We'll send the requirements in our course. Don't just send a DM and ask me, hi, how are you? I will not respond. When you send a DM, go straight to the point. You can say, hi, please, I'm interested in a particular country. That means I understand what you're saying. But if you ask me, hi, hello, how do you understand? Here is what for visa, and it's not to ask me about how I'm doing today. Do you get? So when you come to our DM, if you're interested in the visa package, just go straight to the point. Which country are you interested in? Don't come and ask me, please, I saw so many countries, which of them is, so put on your advice. I'm not advising you to pick any country. That's against our policy. 2 things we don't do here. We don't help you select country. No, we have actually explained. Just direct the email. You check there, you see our email is actually there. Yeah, same name also on our email at gmail.com. So most of the time I don't have that patience. When you want to ask any of the country you're going for, just simple. Either you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, or verified. If you're interested in the visa package, just send us a DM on which of them you're interested in. We'll only send our requirements and our cost. Do you get? Alright, so let's move on. So these are seasonal work visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in going in for a very intentional country that pays well, I'm going for UK. But the only thing is that they can be expensive because they pay a lot of tax. You know, we keep telling you guys in details. Most of these countries has the advantage and disadvantage. That's why I would tell you, no country is 100% sure or perfect. Yeah, they have the advantage and disadvantage. So if you're looking at a 100% country, they are not heaven. They are not 100%. So they only have their advantage, their give and their take. Do you get? So just pray that the advantage should be more than the disadvantage. That's the most important thing. I always tell people. All right. So anyways, UK is very good. If you ask me, they pay very well. They are stable and all of that. But one thing that they pay a lot of tax, so making them to be an expensive country in general. And also, if you're not familiar with the country that pays so much tax and you don't understand what tax means, just go to a country that you don't need to be seeing the tax, because in UK, their tax is always obvious. Obvious means you see the tax deducted on whatever you do. Do you understand? Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Malta if you're interested in a small environment, small country. You don't know how to migrate to all this big country and be turning around the whole city and be looking from one place to another. Just going for Malta, start from Malta, especially for starters. Or you just want a small environment. We have people like that love small nature. Just going for Malta, they're English speaking country. The only challenge you should be encountering there is that they don't pay very well. Of course, they are small countries, so what do you expect? They do not pay you extra, but they are stable. So that's the reason a lot of boys migrate to that. They migrate there most of the time because their standard of living is very cheap. They are small countries. Then we also have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Belgium. Those of you that prefer bigger countries, you're not used to a small country. Just going for Belgium, they're very good. They are just similar, just like Germany. They pay you well, they are stable, they are not racist, they are accommodating. But the one thing that is not there is that they are not English speaking country. You know, those of you that always ask, no, they are not English, they are German, but they are very good. So if you are looking at such good intentional one, you can always go in for Belgium. They are stable. Let's move on. Then we also have 2026 seasonal visa available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in an extra country, you can always go for Portugal. Portugal is very good. One of a stable, good paying country, you know, with a lot of benefits. Families allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way, you can extend your stay. And remember, they are business countries. So most of the time, I always advise if you're an entrepreneur, you're looking at where you want to continue your business, you can always pick Portugal, Poland. These are business oriented environments. Do you understand? So you have nothing to worry about. And if you want to migrate to a country, you want to continue your business internationally, that is where you find those natures. Then we have 2026 seasonal work visa available for Australia. Those of you that are interested in an extra non-Schengen zone, just going for Australia. You don't want to do much, just going to Australia. Australia is one of those countries you don't necessarily need to stress your brain, and they pay you very well beside, but they are not they are not Europe country, and they're English speaking, and they're extra expensive. So let's just say they pay and they also want to take whatever they're paying you. So that's just know that part. Let's move on. Then we also have temporary resident visa available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in migrating using the TRC. Remember, we mentioned to you guys the difference between the TRC and the PRO. PRO is the permanent, that is 5 years. TRC is 2 years. So you just know which of them you are going for anyways. So if you're interested in such, we have it open and ongoing, and Portugal is one of those intentional countries that the boys migrate to every season. Then we also have a TRC available for Lithuania. If you want a smaller, good country, you can always go for Lithuania. They're very intentional. They are stable, they are welcoming and all of those. And they're one of those countries that a lot of people migrate to because they are connected to two good, strong countries, which is Sweden and Poland. Check your Google map, means that they're very closer to this country. You know, most of the time you migrate to a smaller country like this and you're able to get in the TRC, you're very sure of, you know, assessing other countries. Alright. Then we also have a TRC available for Australia. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you just want to go into very extra choices. Australia is very intentional. One of those country people migrate to every season. So if you're looking at such intentional ones you want to go in for, just going for Australia. Australia is very cool and they're stable. Alright. Sorry, I'm just trying to check my time frame. So if you're looking at such good one, you can always go in for Australia. I'm going to cut and drop again. Why does he always make that foolish noise? My sister, I don't know. Oh God, oh. I'm streaming again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me just end this one too. Alright, so thank you so much for listening and all of that. We have come to the end of it. Alright, so